Ladies and ladies, we just saw something that could change the future of cryptocurrency for good. There is a lot of excitement and guesswork in the business world right now. The head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has said something shocking that has made the whole crypto world go crazy. The stock markets have been affected by what he said. Powell actually said that the Federal Reserve is trying XRP for real-time dollar settlements. This is a huge step forward that could change the way we think about digital monies. This new information could be the spark that sets off XRP's meteoric rise, and it could eventually become an important part of the US banking system. Investors have already started to guess what might happen. You know that this moment has been coming for years if you've been watching Ripple and XRP. Ripple has been slowly making its technology and relationships better. It has been Ripple's goal to be the leader in cross-border payments. But now that the Federal Reserve is paying attention to XRP, the game has changed totally. This could be a big moment for the whole business world. In this video, we'll talk about what Powell's decision means for XRP and how it might impact the cryptocurrency market as a whole. We will talk about how Ripple's technology could be used in FedNow and how it could change the way real-time payments are made. We will also talk about what this might mean for the price of XRP in the future. Stay tuned as we go into more detail about this exciting event. The crypto community was shocked when Jerome Powell said that they were looking into using distributed ledger technology for real-time dollar payments. Why? Because many people think this is the Federal Reserve. Ripple's global payment network is powered by XRP, which is being tested. If this is true, XRP could become an important part of the US banking system, which would make a huge demand for the token. Could XRP reach a whole new level? Some experts now say that each coin will be worth an amazing $25,000. $25,000. Let us look at some reasons why XRP may have a better future than ever. Let's talk about the FedNow method and how it might change the financial world. Federal Reserve has been hard at work on FedNow, its own real-time payment network. It will be ready to use in a few years. The goal of this project is to bring the US payment system up to date. FedNow's simple but game-changing goal is to make it easy for banks, companies, and people to send and receive money instantly. Now you don't have to wait for funds to clear. This would completely change the way US banks work. It would let money move at the speed of light, which hasn't been possible with old systems like SWIFT, which are known for being slow and expensive. Now, though, things get really interesting. By adding cutting-edge technology, FedNow might reach a whole new level. A lot of people who work in the business think that Ripple's technology could be very important in making the FedNow system work. Blockchain technology from Ripple is already the best in the banking world. Why? Because Ripple's platform is already set up to handle real-time payments across borders, and some of the biggest banks in the world have used it. This makes it a good choice for FedNow. The demand for XRP would go through the roof if the Federal Reserve added Ripple's blockchain technology to the FedNow system. This could completely change the way deals are done. XRP is used as a bridge currency for all transactions on Ripple's network. This means that XRP will always be in demand since Fed allows for billions of transactions. This could make it much more valuable and useful. Think about how big this desire is. The FedNow system will make it easier and faster for banks and people to send money to each other, but it will need a settling currency. For these kinds of deals, XRP might be the best way to settle them right away. It's more likely than ever that XRP will become an important part of the US banking system. If that happens, its price could go through the roof. Let's talk about where XRP might go now that we're talking about prices. Some financial analysts have set very high price goals for XRP after Powell's comments. One of the most interesting statements came from a Goldman Sachs analyst who recently said that XRP should be worth $25,000. Yes, each XRP is worth $25,000. At first look, this may seem like a crazy thing to say, but it makes more sense when you think about how much desire FedNow could create. The Federal Reserve's new instant payment service could change the way deals are handled, which means there is a huge need for fast settlement options. If Ripple's technology is really added to the Federal Reserve system, there could be a huge market for XRP. Because of this integration, every FedNow trade might need XRP, which would make it more useful and raise its value. To settle deals through the network, financial institutions would need to hold XRP. This would make sure that there is enough money and that everything runs smoothly. Because of this need, banks and other financial institutions are likely to hold on to a lot of XRP. The price of XRP could go through the roof as more companies and states use Ripple's technology. Widespread use would not only prove that Ripple's technology works, but it would also build a strong environment in which XRP plays a key role. Don't forget that Bitcoin reached an all-time high of almost $70,000 in 2021, thanks to speculation and the fact that it was seen as digital cash. Many people see it as a way to save money, rather than a way to buy things every day. When you compare Bitcoin to XRP, this difference is very important. The real-world use of XRP, on the other hand, could make it the settlement currency for the whole US banking system. Because it is fast and works well, it is perfect for this job. If the Fed uses Ripple's technology for real-time settlements, the price of XRP could easily hit unheard-of heights, just like Bitcoin's did. The room for growth is huge, and the banking world could change completely. One thing has stayed the same throughout this whole process: the unwavering backing of the XRP army. People who own XRP have had to deal with doubt, regulatory problems, and market volatility for years, but they have always believed in Ripple and XRP's promise. People in the community have worked hard to get Ripple's technology used, and it looks like their hard work may have finally paid off. The XRP army is stronger than ever, as more people hear Powell's words and think about how Ripple's technology could be used in the FedNow system. Support for Ripple's mission and the idea that XRP could be a key part of the US financial system is growing all over the world. It's getting better for XRP every day, and the XRP army is ready to lead the way. What does this all mean for the future of XRP? The things that Jerome Powell said have made it possible for Ripple to become a big name in the banking world. When Ripple's technology is added to the FedNow system, there may be a huge demand for XRP, which could drive its price to unimaginable heights. The future looks very bright, with prices predicted to reach as high as $25,000 per XRP. Let us hear from you now. Do you think Powell's words mark the start of a new era for XRP? Will Ripple's technology become the most important part of the US banking system? Also, how much do you think XRP can cost? Just write your thoughts in the box below. Thanks for reading. Please like, share, and subscribe for more news about XRP and the crypto world. Today is the present, and now is the time to prepare for what will happen next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.